Okay, the final Blizzard drop this year. I am now 4 behind on these things because I don't really care much for them. They're kind of dumb. However, there is a little hinty hint that might lead into something a little bit more exciting next week that some people are foaming at the mouth over. I am not one of these people, but we can talk about it and go from there. And of course, always in these videos, we'll make a nice little team with some of the guys that they use. Even though one, I don't have an earthly clue as to what it is. Let's go. All right. No introduction. That was just a fade. We're just gonna rock with it. So starting off here, as you see, the only thing left below me is on the 4th, which is a Tuesday in what? 2 weeks? 2 weeks, yeah. In 2 weeks. Essentially, I'm going to cut to the chase here. We're going to get this out of the way first. I think the announcement for the cover athlete probably will be around the 30th, 31st, and then go into the new program, which is now and later, which is basically going to be packs you're going to get for 25. So I think pre-orders are probably going to open that day as well. That's my guess. I have no real goes about it. I'm not really anticipating. You can't see my calendar that I have in front of me. But looking at it, I'm guessing if there's a teaser trailer, some sort of like, hey, we're announcing on this date. It might be the 23rd, 24th. They might they might even do it on January 28th. They might do it next week. Could be it. If not, assume something in the realm. I think something will be on the 28th regardless, honestly. But they might do it next Tuesday. They might do it on the 31st. 31st makes sense because the next program's on the 4th. Excuse me. That's where it probably will be, sort of guessing on, which is good for me because I have a mobile game that's entering its anniversary next week. So my eyes will be on that. Now let's jump into the last thing and sort of talk about, there's a little funny business here. So if you don't know already, this is the last program where you get 3 more captains. We get a Cy Young captain, another captain's pack, developer's choice captain. I don't know what the hell this is supposed to be. Sure, their favorite cards if you want to use them. I assume it's a lot of White Sox and Reds and Nick Castellanos probably, and then a Dominican Republic captain. Now, this one right here sent people into a weird frenzy because they were saying, oh, this is clearly proof, undeniable evidence that Ellie De La Cruz is the cover athlete because he's not the Dominican captain. I don't know where that one came from out of left field, but here we are, nonetheless. So let's just go from the beginning here and see what the first captain is here as we go. First captain is Cy Young, max stamina. Cy Young's always the worst pitcher in the game, so fantastic that they're making him captain, and thank God you don't have to pitch with him. His stats are what I would assume. Four-seamer, curve, screwball, sweeping, curve, changeup. He's slower than piss, so enjoy using that one. Sit soft, react fast. Now, what is his captain skill? This is Cy Young. 15 contact versus right and left. 10 walks, 10 hits for 9 when you have 8 Cy Young Award winners on your squad. I'm assuming you're going to be using some out of position guys because, as we know, for some of them, if you use them, they do count. So Nolan Ryan in center field might be a good one for this. I don't know. And the other ones off the top of my head, Randy Johnson, left fielder, is another one. Raleigh Fingers, he's pretty cheap. You could use him. Zach Wheeler doesn't have one. I'm trying to go through. Jacob deGrom would get a boost from this. So there's some guys that could do it. I think it's an interesting thing. So it may or may not work. Well, that remains to be seen. Now for the one that I don't have a clue about here, Blake Snell, 4-seam, slurve, circle change, slider. Pretty decent stats. I'm not entirely sure what developers. There's 10 players on the squad that are the favorite ones. Chosen from a poll of Diamond Dynasty designers. Thank you for playing on the show 24. The thank you is, hey, use our favorite cards on it. I swear. 15 power versus right and left respectively. 12 batting clutch, 12 hits for 9 if you use their favorites. I don't know what this is going to entail. I think it's going to be a mystery box. Hopefully it's a fun team. And we can pair it with something else. I'm guessing. We'll see, I suppose. And last but not least, let's take a look at Johan Duran here. He's disgusting. He might actually have something of value. 4-seam splitter, circle, curve. He's not going to. Does he have outlier on it? He does. So that's going to be a fast one. For DR players, 13 players, 15 contact versus left power versus right, 15 arm strength, 15 walk per 9. I think the Dominican Republic team is going to be nasty as it is. And with that being said, let's go build a team. By the way, I just before I forget, like this will be kind of easy. I hits nothing to worry about. And then if you got Manny Machado, you can use the last one. I'm well behind. Let's just say that. I don't play a lot. Things are taking over my life, and it's not MLB sure. So let's start off here with let's just make a DR team. Speaking of Dominican Republic, I think this one will be fairly good. They got some boppers, some smackers, some guys that can smack hits of the ball. Just looking through for Dominican Republic players, it's not, again, I don't think it'll be over difficult. Like Vlad, he's technically Canadian. Okay, he was born in Canada. Really, we're doing that. He's made in Canada. He's Cuban. Golly, Carlos Pena, DR, boom, right there. Second base, Dominican second baseman. I'm trying to think of one offhand. Chihuahua. Oh, there you go, Cattell. There you go, Cattell Marte. Shortstop, dime a dozen. I'm pretty effing sure Gene Segura. Gene Segura is one of them. You can go O'Neal Cruz. Actually, wait, where's the other? The 99 one. Hold on. Gotta put that there. You gotta put that there. Let me get let's find. Where's the? Where are you? Where is the good old fashioned one you get from the collection? The 99 scary one from the Scary Theories. You know, the one that's like, oh, is that a center field? That's a center fielder, huh? We'll put him there. Third base, Dominican Republic. I think Tony Perez. Oh, he's Cuba. Dominican Republic for third base. Devers. Raffy Devers. Left field. Again, should be fairly easy. I think, he's Venezuela from the Dominican Republic. Oh, Teoscar, right? Yeah, Tio. There you go, Teoscar. Center field. I think Starlin Marte, right? Yeah, Starlin Marte would be one. If you want to, I think Jason Dominguez. Do Jason Dominguez in right field. I think the year's an obvious choice. For at least me, anyway, he's the obvious choice, and that's Big Dad. We get the father. Well, we would have the father son, but he's apparently not from the DR. You could, for catchers, you could. I'm trying to think. Is there an obvious one? Because he's Cuba. I mean, you go with. I would just go Carlos. That's just me. DH, whatever your tickles. You know what? There's one. I already know who the DH is gonna be. It's gonna be Big Pappy. Good old David Ortiz. Big Pappy. David Ortiz will be our guy there. Bam. And on the bench, filling whatever you want. Pitching wise, again, you got good old Pedro. Pedro's is an obvious one. Sandy, I think, was DR. Sandy, perfect. Throw some little Sandy. He also won a Cy Young. Fun fact for those of you who don't know, he won a Cy Young. There's a bunch of them. I think Quintana is DR. Oh, he's Colombia. DR. Luis. That's one. Luis Severino. Looking through, trying to think of like more guys. I know. I try to think, like guys off the top of my head who fit the thing just like from memory. It's not working too well. Like I'm thinking like, oh yeah, Bartolo Colon. Wait a minute, he's not in here. I think no, he's Texas. I'm trying to think. Like it's hard to think. Oh, you could use that Ellie because Ellie's DR. I guess realistically we would. I guess in the perfect world we would throw a 99 Ellie there, but we don't have a 99 Ellie at all. We have a 95. But if you wanted to, you get my point. You get my point. So there's that. There's a little team build. That's everything, I guess. So hey, look at us doing things in a proper manner, I suppose. But that's the end of it. There's no more Blizzard drops after this. I'm thankful that we don't have to talk about them anymore. I don't necessarily know when anything else will be dropping. There could be something on Friday. There could be something next week. I assume next week. The announcement for the cover athlete could be any time between now and the end of the month in 10 days. I don't know. I'm sort of going off of the program because there's nothing next week. It could be they announce it there and then they give it some time to breathe. All that stuff, all that information. So my assumption is they'll announce something again. Could be Friday, could be a little later, but stay tuned for here as we get into the news and stuff. Like I said, I'm not really going to jump into who I think the cover athlete's going to be. I don't necessarily know. I made a prediction last year and I was dead wrong. Do I really want to make it again? No. Will I? We'll see. But all being said, my name's Specs, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.